Am I about to fall in love with Mezco? Let's find out, because we're finally unboxing the Mezco Doc Ock. I understand why so many people love Mezco, but for me personally, they're just not usually what I'm looking for in a figure. And the first Mezco I ever got, the Netflix Punisher, I actually sold to someone through TikTok. So what I'm gonna do for this review is talk about some of the things that don't work for me with Mezco, and then decide if I like those aspects of this figure. And if you love Mezco, don't take this as me bashing them. Everybody likes different action figures for different reasons, and Mezco just doesn't usually check the right boxes for me. But maybe this time they did. For accessories, he's got a smiling head, a neutral expression, and an angry head. These all look great. They kind of capture this idea of being a live-action interpretation of a comic book character, and I think that's really cool. They can all wear his iconic glasses as well. He's got 2 fists, 2 grabby hands, as well as a pointer and a straight open hand. The tentacles are probably the most important aspect of any Dr. Octopus figure, and this one comes with 3 different lengths of tentacles, so you can pose them at different sizes. And the tentacles are all bendable, but it doesn't feel like a wired rubber like you might expect. They feel really sturdy and should hold up well to posing over time. Lastly, there are 5 different types of claws, 20 in total. Open, floor standing, grabbing, holding, and closed. Apologies if I got any of those wrong, but they all look very similar to one another. This Doc Ock is frumpy and stumpy and a little goofy looking, which is perfect for this character. So the issue Mezco sometimes has with proportions actually works in their favor here. And I'm not a big fan usually of fully cloth costumes, but that also works well on Doc Ock because I just don't think he'd be wearing perfectly form-fitting spandex like Spider-Man should. So this nitpick I have with Mezco, where I think the clothes don't always fit the character mold super well, is not a problem here. This lab coat is a little stiff and it's hard to get on over his cloth uniform. I mean, think about how hard it is to put on a coat over long sleeves. So the lab coat is okay. It looks cool, but it still doesn't quite fit. I left the tentacles off for this test just so it'd be a little cleaner, but you can see here how they detach even if he's wearing the coat. So where do I stand on this Doc Ock and Mezco? They're kind of expensive, they're kind of hard to come by, and rarely do I think their version of a figure is the definitive one. That being said, after getting it out of the box and experiencing it firsthand, I do believe that this is the definitive 1/12 scale Dr. Octopus action figure. So what have we learned here? What's the 90s TGIF style moral takeaway? Every brand of figures will have some figures that disappoint you and some that you love, because none of these brands are all bad or all good. That feels like a pretty solid lesson. But what do you guys think?